At Changing Lives Together, we're delivering better lives for local people by improving their environment and well-being. We use innovative solutions to conquer environmental and social challenges. Together, we really are changing lives together. A lot of our activities take place out of our main site in Winsford. We run community transport, our operations, bulky waste, and we have a large retail footprint on the site. Having so much take place on one site allows us to undertake a lot of our activities, where we can recycle washing machines, we can undergo our paint reclaim service, and we can also ensure that all our sofas and furniture are recycled and repurposed by our community sheds team.
The community shed is so important because it helps our mental health. When we suddenly stop work, it's a huge change. You don't get the social interaction. We repair and make things CLT can then sell on. It's a big help. It's a very big help.
In the warehouse, essentially is where we stock everything that we have, or new stock or reuse stock. All of that eventually will go out to customers, whether that's on our help schemes or to our retail outlets.
The retail team supply affordable furniture and appliances. It's needed to help families due to the cost of living crisis, so they can still afford to purchase the items that they need for their households.
Our help scheme is designed to support people in crisis. We work with the local authorities and housing associations. Once we've got the list of what they require, we'll pick the items, load our vans and deliver them to their location. This service is so important because it helps those in need in our local community.
At Community Transport, we offer a valuable service to elderly and vulnerable people. The service is so valuable because without this service, there'd be so many people that would just be so isolated within their homes. We also transport special education needs children to schools. It's a great service and it's so needed in the community.
Across Changing Lives Together, we have a huge amount of volunteers that help us from a different variety of backgrounds with different skills and experience. Without the help and support of our volunteers, Changing Lives Together would never be able to deliver the massive amount of impact that it does across our community. Everything we do at Changing Lives Together is about local people. As a real living wage employer, Changing Lives Together repurposes, reuses and recycles goods and products to give employment to local people and also to generate profit which can be spent back on the local community.
Many people, when a machine comes to the end of its life, will throw it away. It'll end up in landfill. We would rather reuse and recycle as much as physically possible. Instead of just sending the whole machine to scrap, the usable parts of the machine are taken off and reused to fix other machines. A machine that may have many years of life left on it can then be sold to somebody for a fraction of the price of a new one and provide them with all of the years of service that they might get from you.
The paint department, all the paint is collected from the local waste site. It's come in, we check it to make sure it's not contaminated, and what is good we put up for resale. The paint that's not reusable is put into a container and is taken away for safe disposal. This service is needed because the paint is affordable for people to buy and it doesn't go into landfill. Anybody can access the service. With the cost of living crisis, it just helps everybody out.
Another one of the areas that Changing Lives Together is really proud of is our family support teams. These are our employees that work in local primary schools and act as liaison between the primary school and parents. The family support team enable parents to speak to somebody trained who is impartial if they have any concerns over the child's well-being. As well as Winsford Hub, we also run 2 community centres, one based in Winsford and one based in Northwich. Both the community centres are there for community groups to run activities and also contain Very Green groceries, a community grocers that can be used by local residents.
This is the warehouse for the Very Green grocery, and we're able to accept goods from distribution depots, supermarkets, and we can take it in bulk volumes. We can take pallets at a time. Most of it will go into our own shop, but we will redistribute stuff to other food groups and food banks, so we can help the whole community in Cheshire by supplying them with our surplus. Most of the food we take in will be destined for landfill had we not intervened and brought it here. We don't judge, anybody can come and do their shop, and we're also feeding people that are in need of such products at the moment.
The mental wellness team act as an early intervention for anybody that may be experiencing lower levels of anxiety or depression, and we come in and help people understand their mind, their thoughts and feelings, so they can feel more resilient and empowered in their everyday life. It's needed because there's a mental health crisis enveloping society at the moment, and we want to be there before problems escalate, before people experience higher levels of challenges. We are the community sector, so we're really friendly, nice, and you can trust us, and we just want to help you.
I work with the Budding and Befriending scheme, and the aim of our scheme is to help people who are 50 years and over, who live in Cheshire West and Cheshire East, who are struggling with loneliness and social isolation.
We do that by providing a volunteer to do a weekly call with one of our service providers so they feel less lonely. Over 500,000 people go a week without speaking to anybody. Breaking that isolation, that loneliness by having someone to speak to at least once a week can make a huge difference to somebody's life who wouldn't normally have someone to speak to about the day-to-day things and topics that they like.
So if we can just help, a few people each week, it's just going to make a massive difference to them.
At Changing Lives Together, our values drive all that we do. We genuinely care about everyone who we meet and serve. We are trustworthy and reliable for our partners and our wider community. We lead in all that we do, collaborating with other like-minded organisations, and together we are changing lives together.